Alright, guys, let me know if I am audible or not. If I'm audible, please let me know in the chat. There might be some disturbance in the background, I'm not sure. Give me 1 second. It shouldn't be that bad, yeah. See, I have to apply a lot of filters to take out the disturbance from my background. So if my voice gets cut in the middle, sometimes please make sure that you are able to follow through because I have to cut out some audio to avoid a lot of disturbance. All right. There seems to be still some sort of disturbance. Give me 1 second. All right, we should be good now, I think. All right, is my audio better now? Meanwhile, if you have joined recently, make sure that you like the stream as well. I am hoping that my audio is better now. All right, we'll take the doubts. We'll take the doubts. Let other people join in as well. We will take all the doubts. Audible. All right. We'll wait for more people to join in. Then we'll take the doubts. Give me 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. All right. So yeah, we can begin now. I think we have a lot of people who have joined in. All right. So what is going on in the market? There has been a big fall because of because of the HDFC Bank result, obviously. Um, but Nifty hasn't broken anything. All right. So if you see in Nifty futures, if you look at Nifty futures, in Nifty futures, if you see, this was the area of demand which made this new high. But this demand was basically this area of demand, this low right here. I am talking about this low. This low hasn't been really taken out because this was standing on this demand. All right. So this entire structure right here, this was standing on this demand. All right. And this is what happens when there is a cluster of demand zones which show up together. What will happen is some of them might get broken, but the overall structure will stay intact. So Nifty hasn't broken anything. Nifty is still all right. But Bank Nifty, on the other hand, Bank Nifty is gone, obviously. Bank Nifty was already weaker. It was already waiting for this zone, which made this new high right here. And after the result, it went up to this supply, but because of the result, we got a gap down and we broke down. All right. So Bank Nifty is clearly the weaker one, no doubt about it. So no longs in Bank Nifty. All right. Don't try to take a long in Bank Nifty. Nifty is the index where you want to take longs. All right. So Bank Nifty is bearish. It has broken. I was expecting it to hold out this demand zone, which is directly above the last impulse move. All right. So this big breakout. See, one more thing I'll tell you guys is the demand zones which are directly after a big move. So something like this one, where there's a big move and then there's a dip, and then maybe whatever happens here. These zones are also very important. All right. And why is that important? Because what happens is if this zone gets broken, all right, if this zone gets broken, there is empty space for the stock to just go through. All right. So that cannot happen. So if it has to be bullish, that cannot happen. All right. So this zone becomes a deciding point for the stock's movement. All right. So if this is getting broken, then it's bearish. All right. There is no scope for longs. So Bank Nifty has broken this demand zone after the move. And why is it a demand zone? Because it made a new high here. All right. So this led to new highs. So that is why it is a demand zone. So there is a new demand zone here, and this got broken. Now this entire impulse got covered in one day. All right. So this is what happens when these demand zones which are after an impulse move, they get broken. The impulse will be covered in it will be covered very quickly. All right, because there is nothing to hold it back. So that is what happened in Bank Nifty here. So Bank Nifty is done. All right. Where will it be bullish? So I wouldn't be bullish in Bank Nifty unless we see a test of this supply. All right. And why is it a supply? Because it was an up move in the morning, then it went down completely. So if I show it to you on the hourlies, see there was an up move in the morning, and then selling started to come from this point. All right. So this is where the selling started to come in, and then we got a straight move down. So I won't be bullish on Bank Nifty until we see a test of this supply, basically. All right. So a test of this supply, and then we get a move, maybe some sort of action around this area for me to be bullish on Bank Nifty. All right. So again, just a second. Yeah. So avoid Bank Nifty as of now. Don't short it as well because it's far from the supply. Any shorts also set up around this level only, nothing below it. All right. So Bank Nifty is done for now. I won't be focusing on Bank Nifty. But Nifty, on the other hand, if you see, Nifty is already at this supply almost. So this is the up move that happened in Bank Nifty as well. And Nifty is already here. So if Nifty tries to set up in this area, that is when Nifty can take off again. And if you see, apart from Bank Nifty, the market is not that bad. So in Nifty, obviously, I've marked the zones. So basically, multiple zones are together. So this entire area is a demand zone. So the low point is around 21,300. All right. So basically, yesterday's low 21,316. So until this is broken, no shorts in Nifty. And if you see small cap has also held on. All right. It fell down, but again there was a cluster of demand here as well. Tested everything and now it's up again. So if the small cap index starts to go inside a range here, we will start seeing some up move in small cap as well. So other indices are not that bad. All right, it's only Nifty, it's only Bank Nifty that has fallen, and obviously that is because of Bank Nifty. That is because of SDFC. All right, if we see other indices, maybe metals have maybe fallen. Let's see metals. I haven't really checked them out. So metals have fallen a bit, but again, this is not bearish. All right, why? Because where is the last demand? The last demand in metals is here. There is no demand zone after this move. All right, so this is not exactly bearish. Something like energy, it is bullish. IT is obviously bullish because of the result. Healthcare is also bullish. Pharma is bullish, and media is also not bad. So the overall market is not that bad. Otherwise, we would have seen much more destruction than just a drop in banks. All right. So overall market is not that bad. FMCG is also not that bad. All right. So I don't really expect this to continue. All right. I don't expect it to keep going down. Maybe Bank Nifty will keep going down, but we might see some sort of a range bound movement in Bank Nifty, and that will be accompanied by an up move in the other indices. All right. That is my ideal scenario for a long trade. Since Bank Nifty is very weak, we will expect it to fall. Obviously, we cannot expect it to just go up, but it has also reached the origin of this impulse. All right, there is a little wick here, which means there must have been a down move and then an up move. All right, so this is a strong point of demand. We have seen some volume spike as well. So maybe this is very stabilized, but obviously, this is not the index to go long in. All right. On the other hand, if you see PSU banks, so PSU banks are in a planet of their own. All right, they are disconnected from the banks. Look at this demand held up pretty well yesterday. Again, it is at its supply, but it is probably the strongest index. So PSU bank is doing something completely different than maybe all of the market. So this is the index where I am basically focusing on. All right. I want to be trading PSU banks. Obviously, a lot of PSU banks have the results soon. I don't know where SBI has its result. So SBI, okay, there is some time now. All right. So PSU banks will start getting the results out soon. So Canara Bank also has its results. So maybe we see a continuation of the up move in PSUs. But again, the ones that are already extended, don't buy them. All right. If we see something setting up, we will buy them. But PSU banks are definitely the strongest banks in the market right now. All right. So I will be focusing on PSU banks. All right. So this is a complete overview of the market. Pretty interesting market. I wouldn't say it's something that we haven't seen before. We have seen something like this all the time. There have been markets where only Bank Nifty is strong, everything else is weak. Um, there have been markets where IT is weak, everything else is strong. So these kinds of isolation moves, they keep happening in the market. It's nothing new. You just have to stay in the strong sectors. And there are many strong sectors. If you guys haven't been noticing, the footwear sector, all right, I was in this trade. So the footwear sector has been doing exceptionally well. So this was my entry. I exited somewhere here around 360. It went on to 400, I think, but that's all right. So Footwear sector has been doing exceptionally well. They all have been breaking out. I think this has also broken out. So this is also breaking out. So a lot of footwear stocks have been breaking out. All right. So this is one sector that has been doing well. It's not like the overall market is getting sold into. All right. So you have to select your stocks very special. I mean specifically. All right. You cannot be just looking at a chart and buying it. So what else? Textile space is also doing pretty good. All right. I am not sure if you guys are noticing or not, but some of the textile stocks, obviously railways are still good, but some of these textile stocks, look at something like this, setting up nicely, breaking out. Don't buy these, all right. I'm just giving you examples, the ones that have already moved. So something like this, a lot of textile stocks, they have been doing pretty well. So another one is actually chemicals. Chemicals have rebounded today, I think. So keep an eye on these chemical stocks as well. All right. You see, this is also textile. This is also breaking out. All right. This is still going up. This is in a different league. And a lot of textile stocks have been doing well. Textile and footwear, they usually do well together. All right. So usually, because it's about the same market. If you're buying clothes, you will buy shoes as well, I think, if that's any logic. All right. Anyway, the reason does not matter. If it's going up, we will buy it. If it's not, then we won't notice it. All right. Another space which is doing well is some finance stocks, not all, but some of them. So if I see some finance stocks, you see these have not fallen. All right. So these finance stocks, they are not falling. So if you find any, so this is a large cap stock, ignore Bajaj Finance, but this is also different. So these NBFCs, these are not falling. A few of them, not all of them, but a few of them. And obviously, one example was um, Oracle Finance, which is already, I think, it moved 30% yesterday. So you can find it by yourself, maybe somewhere in this list. I don't know. All right, so it's already up today. So it was setting up pretty well. All right, I did not buy it because it was an NBFC stock. All right, so a lot of pockets in the market are doing good. Market is not that bad. But if you see the small cap index, it looks like we have slowed down a bit. And I'll tell you why. So if you see from December, and it's not a question of it, if it looks like this, you will feel this in your portfolio as well. If you watch your portfolio every day, which you should if you're trading, obviously, you will feel this every day. So look at this move. All right, look at the amount of gaps here. Look at the amount of gaps here. Look at this climax move, and look at this move. All right. So we haven't had this kind of a move since this correction. All right. We have slowed down. If you see, we have slowed down. We are going up. We are pulling back after 1 or 2 days or 3 days of up move. Again, we try to go up. Again, we pull back. Again, we go up. We pull back. So this is a sign of some rotation in the stocks. All right. So when this happens, you will see that your gains are slowing down. All right. You won't make money as fast as you did here. All right. You might catch a breakout or two once every week. So in this kind of market, um, if the market forms, let's say, some sort of a time correction here and things catch up, all right, which can happen because Bank Nifty has broken down completely. All right. So this was the zone, it has gone. Um, so maybe we do some time correction here. After this time correction, since this is already very strong, since the small cap index is already very, very strong, we can expect some sort of a vertical rise like this again. All right. That is it. point where you will see the entire market participating, and obviously Nifty is also very strong, so Nifty might also correct time wise and then go up. All right. So yeah, pretty interesting market. Avoid Bank Nifty. I don't expect it to fall anymore. All right, because a one-way drop into this demand weekly also we have pulled down significantly, but in Nifty we are still very strong. So Nifty, I think in Nifty, if we start to basically move into this candle, all right, which is the major supply here, all right. This is the major supply. We might start seeing some sort of up move, but the point is this is not the time to buy Nifty, all right. You see Nifty yesterday's close was here, but now we are here. So this is the point where the downtrend can continue from. All right. So I wouldn't buy Nifty just because it's strong. What you can do instead is you can buy some stocks which are maybe leading in Nifty. All right. So instead of buying Nifty, maybe something, let's say something like ICICI Bank. Look at this one. This is in a league of its own. All right. So this probably might take it up. All right. These tech stocks have already gone. Axis Bank is also strong. So both of these banks, their results are around the corner and they are stronger. Um, ITC is also very strong. All right. So there is no such breakdown in the broader market. It's only in HDFC Bank actually. Um, Even in banks, only HDFC Bank has fallen. Nothing else has fallen. You see, maybe Kotak Bank, I don't really track. Yeah, Kotak Bank is also down. So Kotak and HDFC both are the slowest ones. But overall, if you see, SBI is good, ICICI Bank is good. So I don't see any fall at all in the market. All right. So every time there's a drop like this, you want to be connected to the broader market action. All right. Don't just look at the index and judge the market, because in the small cap index as well, what is going on is the small cap indices, all small cap indices, they were being dominated by PSU banks and railway stocks. I think there has been some change now. There has been some updates in the index, but till around 1 month ago, small caps, or maybe till around 2 3 weeks ago, the small cap index did not have any small caps. You know, something like an RVNL is 50,000 crores of market cap. This is not a small cap stock. All right, the volume on this is 13 crore shares on 280 price. All right, that's about a 3,000 4,000 crore trading volume. That this is what happens in Reliance every day. All right, so this is not a small cap by any measure of the word. So um, so this is not a small cap, and something like an Ircon and all these things, they are not small caps anymore. So these stocks dominate the small cap index. They used to, but I think there has been some change now. So even the small cap index might not be reflecting your portfolio properly. And the small cap index is pretty good at reflecting your portfolio. Whenever there used to be an up move, the portfolio was definitely up. So maybe it will get back to normal now, but in this phase, definitely it wasn't the case. There have been days where the small cap index is down 1%, but my portfolio is up 2%. All right. So it is not, it wasn't the same here because obviously there was a shift in the index. So if your portfolio has a good mix of small caps, assuming that you trade small caps, all right, your portfolio is a better indication of what is happening in the market. And I'll tell you guys why. We'll take the doubts in some time. Since we're already talking about this, let's dig a bit deeper into it. So what happens is, see, when the small cap index moves up sharply, all right, and your portfolio, let's say you've bought some stocks which maybe they are breaking out of a base or something, whatever it is, that it's bullish around some weekly demand, whatever the setup is. If the small cap index starts breaking out and your portfolio also moves with the index, Now, if there's a correction and your portfolio, let's say some stocks drop all the way down, all right, this is a clear indication of some money being rotated into other stocks. So what happens is, sorry, again, people who have joined recently, make sure that you like the stream as well. So let's say your portfolio has went up 10% in 2 weeks with an up move in the small cap index, and then the small cap index falls 2-3%, but your portfolio stocks, some of them fall all the way back. All right, 10% move, entire thing is gone. Um, so what is the indication here? Why is your stock falling more if it went up with the index? All right, it should not fall that much. This basically means that money is getting out of here and maybe going into some other stock which is getting ready for the breakout. All right, which is why the index is falling less, and maybe it goes to some minor demand zone on the daily chart, and next day it's up 1% again. All right, and these stocks, they break out. Your stocks might go up again, but they might not. All right, that is, you cannot say anything about this because there might be a demand zone here, they might go up. All right, but other stocks will definitely break out if this is happening. So this is how the money rotation thing works. All right, so this is why you see that the index can stay extended for a long time, but your stocks won't be looking like this. All right, if you see maximum stocks, if I pick a random stock, let's pick Indian Bank. See, it is coming back to the EMA again and again, even though the index is continuously going up. All right, that is because stocks cannot just keep going up in one line. All right, the index has 100 stocks, so some of them, they get the money flows into them, then there is some rotation here, then we go up again some rotation, then we go up again. All right, so if you are not moving along with the index, all right, if you're not shifting stocks in these falls, or maybe even when they break out, you will lose out. All right, I'll give you an example which I think I always give. Just a second, I'm so sorry about this. Just a second. All right, so let's take this example. I'll add the small cap index as well. So if you see, the small cap index was going up here, it broke out with the index. There was a dip, it was basically pausing. The small cap index was taking a pause here, all right, and this started to fall. There was a dip and it fell down. Now the index is going up again, and you are holding the stock because it hasn't broken anything. And now the stock is going up again to the same price after 3 months. So stocks don't move like this. The index can. This is the main difference between the index and the stocks. The index can go up because of any bunch of stocks, all right. But when the index falls, most likely everything will fall because every time it falls, you see there's a big drop. So a big move means there is more participation in the market. All right. All these bigger moves, it means there is more participation. That is why the index is moving big. If if 90 out of 100 stocks fall, there will be a big candle on the index. If only 25 out of 100 stocks go up, the candle will look something like this. All right. This is why you'll see many smaller candles on the upside and many bigger candles on the downside. So once your stock breaks out this much, 20-25%, that is a lot of move. All right, book out. You will make some money, you won't lose out in all of this. So if your stock is breaking out and you're getting 20-25%, that is the best time to exit. You never know when your stock will start going down. You cannot catch an IRFC every single time. All right, or maybe an RVNL every single time. Even an RVNL takes time. So again, this has also wasted a lot of time. It's not like since it's going up, it's continuing to go up. You see, throughout this December bull run, December and November, which was probably one of the best times in this entire bull run, this did nothing. All right, and now it's setting up. Now it's moving faster than the market. All right, so even on these days, it is breaking out big. So this is how money keeps moving around. If you're not updating your portfolio, or if you're not booking out and then switching on time, you are bound to get stuck. All right. See this as well. This was also sideways during November and December when other stocks were going up pretty sharply. All right. You can take any stock. Um, let's say let's take an example. See, this was going up during November and December. All right. So you have to work around this. If you're not constantly switching to stocks which are getting ready to move out, the stocks which you hold, they will underperform soon. All right. All right. So enough of a lecture. I think let's take some doubts. Let's take stocks which I know about. Okay, rate gain travel is actually extended. So just a second. It has already gone up, and obviously there is a supply right here. There's a bunch of supplies. So again, I have been talking about this. Don't buy. First of all, learn to mark your range. All right. If this is your supply, you need to know where is the range low. So the range low is right here. So if you're buying here, look at where you're buying. All right. Not good. Nucleus is also one good stock which I will talk about. Let's look at Nucleus. So Nucleus, we talked about an entry being here. You bought at 14. How much? 14. Where is it? 1475. All right. That's pretty good. Pretty good. And you should hold it now. There's supply here, so it might come down. So you can book it here, but looks pretty good to me. All right. IT is also moving up. All right. Will Reliance, UCO Bank, we'll check it out. Will Reliance result have any impact um, on the market? It can, but who cares? Why do you want to know it beforehand? All right. It can do whatever it wants. The stocks I hold have nothing to do with Reliance, and that's all I want to know. All right. The market can do whatever it wants. It can maybe come down to this area, maybe go up to the supply. It can do whatever it wants. You only have to react. All right. Uh, don't try to be ahead of the market, because in the long run, see, even if you anticipate something and you're right about it, in the long run, these things will even out. All right. This is not a sustainable thing to do. So you are right about it once, you are wrong about it maybe three times. You make some money, um, maybe on the upside, maybe on the downside, whatever it is. Then you're wrong. Then you may lose some money or you miss out on some things. So these things will even out. All right. What I would suggest you to do is, instead of predicting what Reliance might do or what Nifty might do, just buy stocks which have nothing to do with Reliance, so that the impact of these random events is minimal on your portfolio. All right. That is what I do. So I don't try to predict what Nifty will do. I try to stay as uh, safe as I can. Obviously, you cannot stay safe completely, or maybe even a lot safe. You have to be exposed to the market. But whenever there's a result around, I will try to be on the sidelines if there is a major impact that can happen in the market. All right. So don't try to predict. Just buy stocks which have nothing to do with Reliance. All right. So Yuko Bank. All right. Yuko Bank, you have bought at 40.5. That is a good entry. That is a good entry, but this is not the strongest bank, I think. Maybe it is. I have to check it out. But I think Indian Bank right here is much stronger. Um, and it hasn't moved since a long time. So this might spike now. But yeah, not bad. Not bad. All right. Let's look at PSB. Let's look at PSB. PSB again, same chart. See, these PSU banks, they all have same charts. They have no personality of their own. All right. Except Indian Bank, which is why I'm interested in only this one. It's the same chart. Not bad though. I'm not saying it's bad. Bought JWL. That's a nice one. But I'm not sure about the entry. You bought it at 330. Okay, not bad. You know what? It's not bad. But maybe actually a good trade. I was waiting for this candle, but again, I was already invested completely. So not bad. You can hold it actually. It has already tested out the supply. So the supply is somewhere here. First test is done. It is gone. Went down. Now it's pushing again. You can hold it. Maybe it moves big again. All right. Don't be too greedy though. All right. What's the overnight chart for Nifty? You use Gift Nifty. I use Gift Nifty. That is the only option. So this is better than anything else, I think. Just use Gift Nifty. Pretty continuous, all right, not that bad. You will only get a morning gap here. So if it opens with a gap in the morning, something like this, that is the only gap you will get, but it's pretty good, all right. Pretty continuous throughout the day. So you can use it. All right, so Railtel, all right. Railtel is gone. It's too extended. There is nothing to analyze here. I like to buy around the 50 EMA. So again, for the new people here, 50 EMA. This is the 50 EMA. Why is that? Because it is around 2 months. Around 2 months of price action, which is a good enough base. All right. So if the stock is sideways for 2 months, it will be around the EMA, which means it hasn't moved for 2 months. All right, which is good enough for me for a short term move. All right. So I like to buy it somewhere here. If it's already far from the 50 EMA, it means it has moved big in the last 2 months. So the probability of a big move again without a consolidation, that is very low. All right, to get something like this, it's very tough. The market has to be extremely good for that. All right, so 50 EMA is pretty good. I see in this entire chart, I can see like 2 3 buy points. I will maybe buy here. Maybe I'll buy mm, here and once here. That is about it. That is it. All right. This one falls, so we exit below the EMA or demand, whatever your exit is. Then there's an entire downtrend, nothing here. Then it starts to uptrend here again. We can buy here. Now, what is the definition of my uptrend? Basically, above the weekly 50 EMA. All right. Weekly should be going up. That's it. If weekly is going down, nothing to do with the stock. Not interested. All right. Nidhani is also gone. If you're already in it, then it's a good trade. Obviously, this was this was probably a very good entry yesterday, day before yesterday. Right? It's trying to push through the supply, so you can hold it. Not bad. All right, CZ Power. We'll take a few more queries, then we'll end the live. Make sure that you like the stream as well. Yeah, nothing here, all right, nothing here. The demand is right here, somewhere here. Don't buy this. All right. International conveyors. Not bad. There is, I think, some insider buying in this as well. I'll have to keep this on my watch. There was a lot of insider buying in 2022. So in this area, let's see what happens. I'll have to check it out again. Just a second. All right. West Coast paper, not the best. Not the best start. It is going into this supply. I mean, the range is too wide for me. All right. I want it to stay here for 1 or 2 days, maybe. Suraj Estate. Suraj Estate is a recent listing. Is a recent listing, I think. Yeah? Nothing here again. Nothing here. Um, See, the demand is not this. All right. This is not the demand. Demand is this one. Please analyze the retail. I've already talked about it. It's too extended. Don't buy it. All right. It's far up. There is nothing to analyze in it. Right's already gone up. Nothing here. It's at the supply. If you've already bought it, maybe good enough, but nothing anymore. All right. Bajaj Holding is also gone. Z Media. All right. Z Media. Again, nothing here. See. Okay, this is falling here. So this is why I don't buy stocks which open up inside the range like this, because then it can fall down as well. There's a big space here. All right. You see, it created this big space. Now it's down again. So if you're holding it, I would probably exit it if I was you. All right, you can exit the stock now. Protein. Protein EGOV again, nothing here. This is just floating up. Like the demand is coming from this point. So nothing here. All right, jewelry stocks. So let's look at some jewelry stocks. What are some jewelry stocks? Titan is going up. This one, yeah, not bad though. This is not exactly falling. I mean, obviously it's not good enough to buy, but not bad. And what else? Kalyan Jewelers. This is also fine. So jewelry stocks are not down. They look all right, but nothing is good enough to buy. So don't buy it. IIFL Finance is one finance stock which is again setting up well. So this is something you might want to keep on watch. I will also keep this on watch. Finance stocks have been very strong. So don't get um, misguided by the Bank Nifty movement. Overall, financial stocks they're not bad. Even the biggest banks are not down. Something like an IndusInd Bank is also up, I think. This was also up 2 days ago. I think it's down because of the results. Yeah. So results yesterday, now it's down, but it hasn't broken anything yet. All right. All right. Last stock. Time Technoplast. Nothing here again. Let it be sideways in this range. Let it be sideways. We look at natural gas and crude, and then we will end the live. All right, crude. Let's look at the dollar crude, U.S. oil. So crude is at this major demand. If you see this on the weekly chart, so there is a weekly supply around this point, 79, and this is US crude, WTI. So there's a weekly supply right here. So if you get a spike into this demand, if you get a spike from this demand, there will be some selling here. All right. So this is the probable move for crude in the coming days. I don't trade this, so not exactly the best guide here. But again, natural gas again. It came down to this demand. There was probably an entry somewhere here if you could have bought it, maybe. But again, the supply coming down again. So big range for natural gas. Avoid this. There is no clear trend right now. All right. What sectors are setting up currently? I've talked about it in the early stages of the live. You can scroll back and watch it. All right. So we will stop here and I will see you guys again next weekend. Have a nice weekend. Next Friday. Have a nice weekend. Um, and have fun. I'll see you guys.